One day I noticed that there was a contest happening at NYU, stand-up comedy contest. And it was the kind of thing I daydreamed about doing at this was the comedy boom. This is the 80s. There would be articles in New York Magazine all the time about, Monday nights at Catch a Rising Star or the comic strip where anybody could go up who waited in line and try to do stand-up. And I would sort of still harbor fantasies about doing that. So I wrote a stand-up act and I entered this contest and I invited like 3 friends from high school and camp to watch it.
And what was your act?
Well, it was a mixture of ridiculous and run-of-the-mill chatter. I was a giant. My heroes at this time were all the people who were kind of tearing stand-up comedy apart. Like I wasn't a fan of traditional stand-up comedy. I became one later, but at this time, it was like I enjoyed the modern art approach to it. The Andy Kaufman, Steve Martin, that approach where it's sort of commenting on comedy, making fun of it in a way by doing something that nobody else is doing. So bad it's good stuff. That was funny to me. And David Letterman had already emerged at this time, and he had become a hero of mine.
So the kind of comedy that comments on the form itself.
Yes, exactly. Comedy that commented on the form. So the first thing I would do, I would come out and I would be dressed as an Orthodox Jew. I would wear the fedora, and I had a prayer book and a scowl on my face, and I was wearing a beard that I had made out of cotton candy. I'd gone to, which was not easy to get back then. I went to Coney Island. It was like, and went to Nathan's. And that was like the only place where you could get cotton candy. Took the subway to Nathan's in Coney Island, got a bunch of cotton candy. And then I go up there and I'm wearing this beard with cotton candy on it. And all I do is just sort of scowl at the audience, like, who are these people? And then just very deliberately pull out my prayer book and do what the old Jews in synagogue would always do when they were showing me where to read. Which I always found gross when I was like 9 years old. Come here. Let me give me your book. You want the Jock Tati sound effects. So I would do this, didn't say a word to the audience, and it was just exactly an Andy Kaufman bit in my head. Like, I'm going to do this, they're going to laugh, then they're going to stop laughing, then they're going to start laughing again. So I do that, and and all that works, and then they start laughing again, then it gets boring, and then I do the lick, pull a little piece of cotton candy, eat it, do another lick, turn the page, pull another piece of cotton candy, eat it, lick, turn the page, pull the candy. Same thing, just, and the expression doesn't change. It's just, I had no idea how much material I had, so they just cut me off. I had gone like 15 minutes and they were like, okay, we really need to move along. All right, guys, thank you. I had never done stand-up before. And this has haunted me ever since. They picked 3 winners and I was one of the winners. And it really changed my life.
So
just
what
that one
after
night.
that?
Because I'd made strangers laugh. I'd never made strangers laugh. Even, I didn't consider making kids in the high school laugh in a school play or even in camp. Because everybody knows you, but people really didn't know me, and I finished college, but I had the bug, as they say. I had whatever you have. I was stung. I was infected.